Philippine Politics and Governance. This is the last topic, Lesson 12, Citizenship. Hamon Stories. Citizenship is the status of a person who is recognized as a member of a sovereign state. Each state is allowed to decide under what circumstances it will recognize people as citizens and under what circumstances that status would be revoked. A state acceptance of a person as a citizen usually entails the acknowledgement of civil, political, and social rights that non-citizens do not have. Modes in acquiring citizenship. First one is by birth. We have two kinds, jus soli and jus sanguinis. Jus soli, or right of soil, the legal principle that a person's nationality at birth is determined by the place of birth, example, the territory of a given state. This is a kind of mode of citizenship kung saan ka pinanganak, yun yung magiging basihan kung ano magiging nationality mo, and this is still based kung ano yung policy or rules ng isang bansa. The second one, we have the jus sanguinis, or the right of blood, the legal principle that at birth an individual acquires the nationality of his or her natural parents. The Philippines adheres to this principle. For jus sanguinis, itong sinusunod ng Pilipinas, na kahit saan ka pinanganak, basta ang magulang mo ay Filipino, then ikaw ay Filipino. The second mode is by naturalization, the legal act or process by which a non-citizen of a country may acquire citizenship or nationality of that country. Ito yung ginagawa ng karamihan mga Pilipino na pupunta sa Amerika, tapos may mga gagawin silang mga steps para maging naturalized US citizen sila. Ganon din naman ibang mga basketball players na galing sa US pupunta sa Pilipinas at gusto nila maging natural Filipino citizen, then they're going to undergo naturalization para maging naturalized Filipino na sila. How can someone lose their Filipino citizenship? A Filipino citizen may lose citizenship in any of the following ways or events. We have by naturalization in a foreign country, by express renunciation of citizenship, by subscribing to an oath of allegiance to support the constitution or laws of a foreign country upon attaining 21 years of age or more, provided, however, that a Filipino may not divest himself of Philippine citizenship in any manner while the Republic of the Philippines is at war with any country. By rendering services to or accepting commissions in the armed forces of a foreign country, and the taking of an oath of allegiance incident thereto, except in certain specified cases. By cancellation of the certificates of naturalization. By having been declared by competent authority a deserter of the Philippine Armed Forces in time of war, unless subsequently a plenary pardon or amnesty has been granted, and in the case of a woman, upon her marriage to a foreigner, if, by virtue of the laws in force in her husband's country, she acquires his nationality. Dual citizenship is when a person is legally a citizen of two countries at the same time. They will have legal rights and obligations in both countries. A Filipino will lose their Filipino citizenship upon being naturalized as a foreigner. The Human and the People's Rights Declaration of the Philippines. We have the first one, individuals, society, and the state. We have the natural right to life and liberty and are equal in dignity. Civil rights refers to rights enjoyed to enable individuals to undertake the everyday business of life, includes privacy, the freedoms of thoughts and conscience, speech and expression, religion, the press, assembly, and movement. Protection from discrimination based on race, gender, national origin, color, sexual orientation, ethnicity, religion, or disability. Examples of civil rights. We have the right to life, liberty, security, and property. the right to the security and privacy of our persons and our homes. Political rights, those that pertain to an individual's participation in government or the political process, such as freedom of association, the right to assemble, the right to petition, the right to self-defense, and the right to vote. Also includes rights of the accused, such as the right to a fair trial, due process, and the right to seek redress or a legal remedy. Social and cultural rights. We have the right to enjoy the highest standard of health, the right to a free, accessible, relevant, nationalistic, quality, gender, and culturally sensitive education, responsive to our needs, which advances the culture of human rights. Children and youth have rights to special care, education, health, and protection against all forms of abuse, discrimination, exploitation, corruption, and conditions affecting their moral development. Men and women have reproductive rights. Women have equal rights in civil, political, social, and cultural aspects of life. The indigenous and Moro peoples have the right to equality with all other peoples and against all forms of discrimination. The state shall accord special protection to persons with disabilities. Older persons shall be given preferential treatment by the state. Economic rights. Right to a nationalistic and independent economic policy protected from foreign domination and intrusion. Right to equal access to employment opportunities and professional advancement. Right to own land. Fisher folks have the right to access the fishing grounds. We have the preferential right to the judicious cultivation, utilization, and preservation of our natural resources. The right to skills and livelihood training. Collective rights. Right to self-determination. Right to a clean, safe, and sustainable environment that supports an equitable quality of life. Right to a social order. That's our last topic for Philippine politics and governance. Again, this is Lesson 12, Citizenship. Please like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.